Welcome back to Two Birds, One Stone, an Arizona Cardinals podcast. Today, what would you say today was? Is today a top 10 day of you being an Arizona Cardinals fan? Top 20, maybe?
Well, given that it's 420 and we got new uniforms, yeah, I'd say
Hey.
today kind of ruled.
Oh
Today kind of
shit, dog.
ruled.
You rolled so many
Yeah,
blunts today, dude.
I
Did
bet
you?
I would say it's top five days. There's not really
I
a whole
was
lot to
talking
be happy for.
I was gonna say I was talking about. I mean, we've seen what 5 playoff wins. I guess like it's obviously behind playoff wins, but I mean after that, it's got to be up there. We all got what we finally uh, were asking for after years, 18 years. They were bad from the start. The Cardinals got new uniforms tonight. It was a whole ordeal. I thought it was a little extra. The Bengals recently got new uniforms. Bucks. Falcons. The Cardinals, though, went all out. They booked a venue. They had a stage. They had Michael Bidwell talk before Jonathan Gannon for 20 minutes there before the uniforms actually came out. All the players came out, modeled them and everything. They made it an event, which I guess is kind of cool. But I mean, all of us that were just sitting around, hey, we're just waiting for what these fucking jerseys look like. I was biting my fingernails the whole time out of nerves. I was very nervous. We'll get into how we feel about them all. But what did you think about the spectacle going that went around it?
I think that also could have been for the fact that, Gannon's a new coach, a lot of new things in the organization. I kind of liked it, why not?
Yeah,
I thought it was kind of cool. I think Gannon kind of went up a couple points. I think he presents himself well to the media. He just kind of seems like a chill dude. So
yeah.
I think that kind of helps his stock rise a bit. But overall, I thought it was
Still
cool.
goofy as all hell. He
Oh,
got
sure.
his suit jacket stuck in his chair, and then Paul Calvisi had to reach back there. There's no context. Cardinals sent out that screenshot of Calvisi. Basically, looks like he's got his hands down the back of Gannon's pants. Classic. Um, but yeah, it was kind of cool to hear from him. I was surprised Bidwell didn't get booed. I was half-ass expecting that.
I guess I didn't really even think of that. I didn't put two and two together. But yeah, I also think that maybe this could have been a little bit over the top what it would have been if Bidwell wasn't in the current situation that he's in. Maybe there's something there that he's trying to, maybe take attention away from other things that he's done. But either way, no matter what the reason behind it was, I enjoyed it. I thought I don't know, it was cool.
Yeah. It's always cool to have an event. I don't know. I had my live stream up at 45 minutes before it even started. Just like, okay, it's coming. I had the YouTube on the screen, and then I also had my phone YouTube up so I could screen record, screenshot as it went on. I was a little extra about it, but I wanted to be on top of everything, have videos, clips, and shit to put into this show. But without further ado, let's get into the jerseys. We'll break them down stitch by stitch. Before we get to that, we've got a new sponsor. We're part of a new network now called the Variety Sports Network. It's actually based out of St. Louis. Similar to the last one we had, they've got it's not just football. We're part of their football division, but they've also got baseball, college football, XFL action, which is growing by the week. But as a part of that deal, we're sponsored by BetUS, America's favorite sports book. With BetUS, you can bet on the go. You get fast payouts, live betting, and right now, you can bet on all sports and get a 125% sign-up bonus up to $2,500. All you got to do is use code JOIN125, promo code JOIN125 to get 125% sign-on bonus up to $2,500. I'll actually use this one. So we've had previous sponsors in the past, but this seems like a good deal. Jump on that now with that code. Baseball is going on right now. Baseball's so hard to gamble on, but being from St. Louis, Cardinals starting off slow, maybe get good odds on them to make the playoffs now after a slow start. But take advantage of that code with BetUS. We appreciate the new sponsorship. All right, What are we gonna go with first? I think we should start. We should
Let's
go
start
home,
with
away,
no.
home,
Let's
away,
start
alternate.
black. Save home for last. Let's
Okay.
start alternate, then away, then home.
Okay. Well, let's see if I can do that. You want to go black first, huh?
Yep, alternate first. Okay.
All right. Let's talk about the things
First,
we like first.
okay.
So go ahead.
Well, I just want to throw this out there. First reaction: Ohio State. That's the first thing I thought when I
Absolutely.
saw
That's exactly
Ohio
what
State.
Ohio State's black looked like.
But I like those jerseys. So I would say, I think that it didn't. The black ones I seem to always have been the fan favorite. You know, I don't think that they needed a whole lot of change. I like the color scheme, but they just needed to be cleaned up, kind of like with everything else. Just
Yeah.
clean it
They're
up,
very
modernize it.
similar to what they
Yeah, they're
had,
very
really.
similar to the previous. I do like. I know that we've talked a little bit before. I know you're not a fan of the Cardinals on the sleeve. I actually like it. Just kind of a little detail, but overall, I would rank these like let's do a 8.3 out of 10.
Okay. I will say what I do like about I like how the red is the name. Like it's just Red
Yeah,
Thompson, as you see on Jalen Thompson there at the bottom. They did stick with something that I know a lot of like hardcore uniform people don't like about the Cardinals previous set was the logo on the back top of the nameplate. Like how it's got the bird there above his name. Diehard uniform people think that that's extra, maybe a little too much. I I didn't like it on the old set. I think it's okay here simply because it's not as much going on everywhere else. It's
yeah,
going to be hard for me to say a bad word about these because they did exactly what I've been wanting the whole time. Keep
yeah,
it simple. Like that's why I like these so much. Like I said, they look a lot like our previous color rush, except get rid of that fucking piping. The red, that's gray outlining the red, I think, on the numbers too.
yeah,
Look sharp. I like the way that they use the red, and you kind of hinted at it. I just think these would be a fucking home run, 10 out of 10 on both these blacks and the whites if it did not have the Cardinal word mark on the sleeves. You don't see that very much. I don't know what the point is. Like we know you're the fucking Cardinals. If you got a bird logo on your back, they just moved it from the chest where it was unnecessary to the sleeve. If that's the only complaint, that minor detail, then they're great. You went 8.3. I'll go 7.6 there. Same black helmet that they had broke out last year with the red flakes.
yeah.
But I mean, I think a word that I would use to describe the whole thing or a phrase, pleased but not ecstatic. Like I'm not blown away, but I'm pleased that they went in a direction similar to what it seems like most fans wanted.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
okay,
I
we got
agree.
an 8.3 and a what did I say, 7.6? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think
But
so.
okay, so now we're gonna go to the whites.
Okay. These are by far the best out of the
Ooh,
bunch. Um, I these feel a lot more throwback, a lot more. I think in
yeah,
the presentation, the history was a big point of these jerseys, and these were, I think, almost. I don't know how. I haven't seen any bad reaction to the white ones. The white ones,
yeah,
everyone seemed to enjoy. I enjoy the silver accent and just the cleanness of the red and white. They just pop off
yeah.
each other so well. That
Yeah.
these are perfect. These to me are a 9.9.
The thing that the Cardinals have been missing this whole time, and you see it a lot, like almost every Power Five college team has a icy white and an all black. That's the way it goes. The Cardinals have been set up this whole time to have one of the cleanest all white uniforms in football because they're one of what 3, 4 teams that still wear white helmet now. So tearing away those hideous red shoulders that they had on their last set, just plain white, simple striping that matches the black. Again, with the Cardinals on the logo. If that's your only complaint, then there's not much to complain about. But simplicity, clean, that's going to look awesome. Like picturing a road game up in like Lambeau. Maybe it's snowing a little bit, and we're rocking these, and this like it looks great. You gave it 9.9. I gave him a 9. Uh like I said, these are the ones I'm most excited about. And I don't know if you can see as well here, the helmet changed too. I dropped this
Yep.
kind of tidbit on the last episode, that the helmets are similar to the black, where they've got kind of like speckle to them. I heard they were silver, but when you look at them, it almost looks like darker, not black, but I don't know. I guess you catch them in the light, right? It's silver, but yeah, overall a 9. You go with
Also,
9.9.
the bird logo was enlarged on the helmet,
Yeah,
on
and
all the helmets.
it's got that 3D kind of thing that our Color Rush helmets have. So it's got a little more texture on the bird and shit. I'm so glad they didn't change the bird. That would have been
Yeah,
a huge
I agree.
mistake. And also just the white helmets, I think are one of the most classic, clean looking helmets in the league. So these are my favorites for sure. Okay, let's do the home, which I think we might have a few more things to say about. Okay, I'll start on these. The whole rumor going into this deal was think Ohio State, think Oklahoma. You see a lot of Ohio State, like we mentioned, with the black and the aways. Oh, this is Oklahoma's jersey with red pants. This is exactly Oklahoma, except it says Arizona across the front. I don't. It's simple. That's what I asked for. There's nothing on the shoulders. You don't get the striping like you do on the away and the black. You have no striping along the pants. Solid red pants. All you have is the Arizona across the front, which it's cool. Like they said, this is the first time that the state name has been represented on the jersey. And I wanted simple, but these are simple. These are as plain as an NFL jersey gets. But like I said, it's clean. There's not you can't say anything about it as ugly. I do think Arizona is a little big. I think it could be about 50% smaller. But other than that, I mean, they're my least favorite out of the three, but it's still a 200% upgrade over what we had.
Yeah, I agree. Um, you kind of nailed everything. I think I would have rather them stick with the same sort of template and then just made them all red. As the previous two, I'm not a fan that they
Yeah,
kind of switched
correct.
up templates, but these are like you said, 200% upgrade from what they were. Um, I would have rather him went this route and super clean and just kind of than try and do something crazy and you never know how that's going to turn out.
Yeah.
So, like everyone was asking for, make them clean, make them simple, and that's kind of what you get. You kind of have to, take what you can get in that aspect. I think these are dope. They're all these are again are my third favorite. I would rank these like a these were probably more like a 5.9 to me. They're not
Okay.
bad. They're not good. They're not great. They're kind of just mediocre.
You get 5.9. I'll go 6.2. I'm a little higher just because, like I said, it'd be hypocritical for me to be like, these are boring, these are plain. What are you doing? More pizzazz. When for 5 years I've been like, fucking dull it down a little bit. But I do think these will look a lot better with. I'm sure they'll do a combination of red tops with white pants. Eventually, I think these are going to look a lot better with the white pants, just because
Yeah,
you've got the silver accent around the numbers, so it's not like they wouldn't match with the silver striping on the pants. I think that would look a lot better. The all red
yeah,
here, when there's nothing else to it, it does feel a little practice jersey-ish, but you'll see the white pants paired with these, and vice versa with the red pants with the whites. I thought that was my favorite uniform with the last set, white with red pants. I think you'll see that too. I'm sure there'll be a few different combinations, but yeah, 6.2 for me. Um, yeah, you can't really complain. I mean, yeah, they're a little meh, but
I
you
just
get
kind
what you
of
ask for.
I wish that they would have just carried the same. If they would have carried the same template with the homes as they would have the ways in the alternate, then I would be like over the moon happy. I
Yeah,
think that the red would have looked really clean too with that template, but like you said, you get what you asked for. This is kind of what everybody's been saying for a long time, and this is what they got. So
yeah, I do. Yeah, the whites are the best in my opinion with
yeah,
the
the
jersey
whites.
pull
If
up.
I will buy a jersey now that my Buda Baker jersey is totally obsolete and fucked. I for more than reasons than just New Jerseys, which we'll get into. I am going to buy. But what player do you buy? That's
I
tough.
was thinking about that too.
I saw Mac, friend of the program, tweeted just he said he was just gonna buy a blank one and wait to put a nameplate on it until he found someone who's worth it.
Did see Bo Brack tweeted it out there. Like I said last episode, how NBA does jersey assurance or whatever. There is one for the NFL.
Yeah.
So I'm ordering my Buda Baker jersey here. I think it said 9 p.m. Arizona time, so it'll be 11 o'clock here. I'm ordering that Buda jersey tonight, and then if he gets traded draft night, I can just send it back, get a Kyler one or whatever other one I want.
I just don't even know who I would get. I think
Jalen Thompson would be safe.
I just don't.
You know what's odd? Okay, let's talk about this. I mean, okay, I just now thought about this. Obviously, Buda's not there. I half-ass expected him to show up. I understand things are going on, but part of me was like, he's always he'll be there for this, and we'll figure out the rest later. I guess that makes sense if he's pretty adamant about being traded. Who knows? We're just talking about jerseys. This show, we'll do another one here next week before the draft. But Isaiah Simmons wasn't here, and he had Maji Sanders, Cam Thomas, Zaven was there. That's kind of odd to me that I thought Isaiah was kind of like a lock for this. What do you think about the choices? You had Cam Sanders, Cam Thomas, Maji Sanders, James Conner, DJ, Hollywood, Kyler. Was that all of them? Rondale was there.
Yeah, Rondale too. Yeah.
I mean, when you just say those names, there's not a whole lot of fucking juice there. So whose jersey are you buying debate is very
right.
real.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who would you buy? I mean, I guess Kyler would be the obvious thing, but who fucking knows? He could be traded draft night. You know?
Not this draft night, maybe next, but yeah.
He was the obvious. I mean, he's the obvious one. I don't know if they still sell Fitzgerald jerseys with this new style. I'm sure they probably will.
Customize it.
Yeah.
Just do a customized one. Put our last name on it. Fucking throw double zero on it or some shit.
You could make a 2 birds 1 stone one. That'd be kind of cool on the back.
Just a number 2.
But, fucking no. What are you supposed to do? I don't know. That's tough. I guess Kyler. I don't know.
I'm gonna do the Buda thing, and if he gets traded, I'll send it back. But I'm pleased. Like an overarching statement about the jerseys. I said it earlier. It's the fans wanted to clean it up, and they cleaned it up. It might be a little more boring than you expected, but it's better than the alternative, like you said. There's a little bit of Falcons vibes with the big Arizona, but that was my example of exactly what not to do. The gradient, the huge weird number fonts, you had such a perfect throwback look there, like Deion Sanders era. They should have just did that. This really was a cool mix of they do kind of remind me of the St. Louis era ones, especially with the sleeving on the side. Ditch out the gray, probably with the more black, but I am, the more I look at them, the more I'm into it, and the more I am so glad that this is all behind us.
Yeah, I think part of it is, that this is like, you have to be into it because this is what you're looking at for a while. There's really not any choice, but I'm pleased as well. I think overall, the whole set, I would probably rate like probably a 7.6.
7.6. Okay, I will go a 7.9 just to be a little higher than you. Anything is better than what we had, and we slayed the fucking dragon tonight. And all of you were heard. Everybody that was a part of the movement, new uniforms, a game day tweet, lost to the Vikings or some shit. There'd be 10 comments about new uniforms. Everything that the Cardinals social team put out, fans were adamant about it for years. They finally fucking listened, and we got what we wanted tonight. If you're bitching, you're the problem. I don't know what else to tell you. There were a few people out there that was like, everybody's so worked about the uniforms coming out. You're going to hate them when they do, and I'm going to laugh at you, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to be that person. I don't hate them. And if you do hate them, just keep your mouth shut because they did do what you wanted. They got ones. Wait another 15 years, I guess. I don't know what else to tell you. But I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
Folks that
Maybe this
are
is what we need. Maybe this is maybe we'll win 7 games this year instead of the
folks that are
projected 2.
upset about the new uniforms have to realize that this very well could be the best thing that's going to happen this year by far. It could be the best thing that happens this
It's true.
season. So take that into account. You know, we're looking at a possible 3 to 4, 5 maybe win season. So I was really hoping that, which this is kind of off Jersey topic, but whenever they were interviewing Gannon about Kyler, I was really hoping he would shed more light on his return time, but he
Yeah.
seemed to steer clear of that.
I feel like they're going to be very careful about that leading into the season. Like he could be doing absolutely great, but they don't want to put a timetable on anything. There could always be setbacks or whatever. You hear nothing but good things. So he looked fine trotting out there this evening. You know, I didn't see any limp or anything like that. But yeah, that's the Cardinals' new uniform review. Next week we're heading to fucking KC. I have an awesome video planned. Sent you a text. Kurt Warner will be in Kansas City. We have to track him down with every fiber of our beings, and he would be the biggest guest we've ever had on the show. All I want is a
I
picture, or
don't know.
maybe a like a 5. No, let's say a 45-second interview that we can throw a clip up on the Twitter. But yeah, I've got a fun little video planned. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, let's not discredit our friend Drew as well for
Yes, Drew
biggest
is
people on
humongous.
our show.
We need to have him
But
back
yeah,
on.
that'll be sweet. Yeah, it'll be fun. We've been hyping it up for a couple shows now, but it's finally going to happen. Yeah, go
Um,
back to your city that you left.
yeah,
Fun
we'll
fact, you
drive
used
by
to
my
live
old
there.
apartment. Lived there for a year. The We'll do a little bit of draft talk. The big thing right now is the Texans not taking a quarterback, so that would be quite interesting to be at 3, and you not only have Levis and Anderson, but also Stroud. Let's say the Texans actually they take Anderson, and then I've seen both sides of it. Like people are saying that we're going to be we won't have a bargaining chip anymore because if Anderson is gone, then who are you taking at 3? So a team trying to trade up is going to be less likely to give up more, even with Stroud on the board, because they know the Cardinals like have to move back. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not.
I get what you're saying. They're saying that Jalen Carter wouldn't be worth it at that spot, I guess.
No, I don't think so. I don't think you can take Jalen Carter in the top 10. Hot take.
Oh, I've always liked Will Anderson better, just because he's just badass. So
I did.
that's my main take.
I made all of our draft night graphics, which was kind of hard to do because you don't know who they're going to take. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 prospects here. Here it is right now. Declaration: the Arizona Cardinals with the blank overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft are selecting Will Anderson, Tyree Wilson, Christian Gonzalez, Devin Witherspoon, Paris Johnson, Peter Skronsky, however you say it, tackle from Northwestern, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Nolan Smith, or Jalen Carter. I will bet a lot of money it's going to be one of those 9 people. I think we've got a pretty good shot at getting that correctly.
We'll see.
Yep, that's right. We're recording at about 10:30 our time. Garrett, you got little to no juice left. I think the build up all day, the excitement, and then having them come out and not just slap you in the face with wow, kind of took the wind out of my sails a little bit. But yeah, we're here. We got new uniforms. More videos coming next week. Let us know what you guys think about the uniforms.
Sound
Maybe
off in the comments.
we've got a live option here in StreamYard that we haven't utilized yet because I don't want to have 3 people watching the show live and only have 3 people commenting. But hey, if enough people are watching, we might incorporate that on the next one. But
I don't know if it's good for us to go live.
might not be great. I have to cut and edit quite a bit on this. This one's a straight shoot. I'm not going to cut anything out because it's only going to be about 20 minutes anyway. So
I just say too many damn slurs all the time. He has to cut and chop it
Yep,
out all the time.
that's right. You are a bigot. Gosh, we should have came in firing a little bit more. I apologize. I really got nitty gritty with the threads and shit, but it's just
Hell, I
I'm
drove from
just happy.
Indianapolis today. Cut me some slack.
How was the drive? Good.
It was all right. Them damn construction workers. Damn
Mhm.
them.
It was
All
in Indiana,
roads
or by the time you got
closed.
to Missouri.
It was all over the place. Even through shithole Illinois, which no one likes and no one should live there.
Illinois is such a shithole. It's the worst state in America. Because
Yeah,
Chicago's
it
not
is.
Illinois. Chicago is Chicago. Everything
No,
else,
Chicago sucks ass too. Illinois sucks ass. If you live in Illinois, don't ever watch the show again. I don't want to know you anymore.
there actually might be some Illinois listeners, but
Well, you've been warned.
hey, I'm glad you made it home okay. I got the okay that I get to take my car to Kansas City. My
Hell
wife's
yeah.
actually letting me take my 2022 Ford Bronco. So she's like, you can't take that up there. It's going to get fucking stolen or somebody's going to hit it, blah, blah, break into it. Bitch, this is my fucking car, dude.
It's a
I can
car. You're
drive it. I
supposed to
can
drive
drive
it.
it if
It's
I
meant to
want
be
to
drove.
drive
In
it.
Indy, it was funny. I was pulling hella pranks on the coworkers there, obviously, because they're all Colts fans. Obviously, I was like, hey, maybe you guys should take a running back with that fourth pick. Given that Jonathan Taylor's basically washed by now,
He's
which
done.
is hilarious.
Wheels are
And
falling off.
then I asked a lot of them, obviously wanted quarterback at that
Right.
spot.
Oh, I
But
remember those days.
yeah,
Every draft. I remember 2011 specifically. It was the year we got Patrick Peterson. We were picking 5, I think. And I believe Blaine Gabbert. Blaine Gabbert was a Mizzou guy. So I watched a lot of his games and I was like, Blaine Gabbert's going to be this pro stud because we had Chase Daniel before that, but he was like Heisman finalist, like not a prototypical NFL guy. I was like, Blaine Gabbert, that's going to be the fucking one. And he went to the Jaguars instead, and we got Patrick Peterson. But it's just every single year you fell in love with the quarterback. I remember I had like Geno Smith on Madden, create a player. He was going to be with the Cardinals. Baker was a big one in 2018. I thought he was going to be a
Baker would have been
Cardinal.
cool.
But that's not something I envy at all. We've got our franchise quarterback, so we don't have to worry about that anymore, at least for another year. I take that back. Blaine Gabbert went 10th overall, so the Cardinals absolutely could have taken him instead of Peterson. They might have made the correct decision. Who knows?
Well,
Revisionist history. All right, that's going to be it. Jerseys, I think you gave a what? A 7.6 or something?
Yep, 7.6. You
7.6.
said 7.9.
I give a 7.9. Good job, Cardinals, for not totally fucking this up. Keep an eye out next week for videos. We'll do a full podcast talking about draft, Buddha, free agency trades, whatever the case may be. And then we'll be in KC, so catch us there. Any closing words, Gary?
Quit yelling at pregnant women, Michael Bidwell. That's it.
Stop it now. Seriously. On that note,
Hell, he shouldn't.
no, you shouldn't.